Okay, this is Algebra Part 5 factoring, number 4. First thing I want to do is see if I have any common factors. I don't. So the next thing I'm going to do is split up into my two sets of parentheses. Take factors of the first term, 6x squared. I know that 6x squared could be a 3x times 2x, could be 6x times 1x, and I kind of have to pick which one I want to use. Let's try 6x and x and see what happens. I know that the last number is going to be factors of 6. So 6 is going to be, again, 3 and 2, or 1 and 6. It's a positive 6. That means my factors either have to both be positive or both be negative. But we can worry about the negative signs later. I mean, you can see that there's a negative in the middle, so it does tell you they have to be negative. But let's assume for right now that you forgot that, and we just want to try and see what happens. So if I try 3 and 2 first, when I do my checking, I have 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3. 12 plus 3 is 15, so that doesn't work out for us. So I'm going to switch my 3 and my 2. Now when I check it, I have 2 and 18, which gives me 20. So that also didn't work. So 2 and 3 did not work. So I try 6 and 1. If I put the 1 and the 6, as soon as I put down that 6, I might realize that 6 times 6 is 36. It's just going to be too big of a number. So that's not going to happen. So maybe I need to switch those around and do plus 6 plus 1. So now I have a 6x and a 6x, which gives me 12, which is close, but I needed a 13. And so I need to start over. The 6x and the x did not work for this problem. That's okay. It hasn't been that long of a process yet. And we did try a couple of examples. So now let's try 3x and 2x instead. See if we can use these top numbers, 3 and 2 again. And I'm going to take a guess here and say plus 2 and plus 3. The reason I thought about that is because I was trying to start to do it in my head. I know 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 2 is 4. So I have a 4x and a 9x, which gives me 13x. But I had a negative 13x. So if you did forget about the negative signs, if you did forget that you need a negative 3 and a negative 2, that shows you. So you change both the signs. That'll give you a negative 4, negative 9, and a negative 13. So you're finished.